Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another unofficial H3 waiting room. We have quite a few things to talk about. One main video, it's an idiot influencers. I forget who by, but we'll get into that in a bit. First, we have the important stuff, the H3 stuff, the stuff that's going to get me mad, and so I kind of want to get it out of the way. And then we'll have some fun laughing at Mike from PA. So, I follow the H3H3 Productions Instagram, obviously, as I'm sure a lot of you do as well. And on his story, he was doing a review of the article that was put in the New York Times about Hassan. And I don't want to read through it just because it just seems it's just a puff piece, kind of just dumb. I'll read this beginning part just because this is all I wanted to talk about for this. A progressive mind in a MAGA body. Hassan Piker pumps iron, likes weapons and wears pearls. His brand of masculinity has won him many fans online and has been a useful vehicle for his politics. Not only is it a puff piece that's just trying to make him look super good, it puts down the progressive community as if they're a bunch of like soy jack like neckbeards or something. I don't know why this was like the angle they decided to take, and even greater than that, I don't know why they included an image with the line that everybody is going crazy about. I'm gonna refresh the page and see if they've deleted it, but I made sure to have this ready. But it says, and I'm just reading this plainly, I'd fuck this IDF bitch to death and make his mother shove missiles up her ass. Pussy ass bitches. But he's eating chicken. He's eating chicken and veggies. Oh my god. It's actually just insane. And that's kind of like the whole point that I think Ethan's been trying to make, is that for some reason people are so willing to overlook the community that has been like, bubbling. And I don't understand, like it's disheartening to a degrey, because does all it take is just like mediocre physique, honestly. Like I barely work out and I feel like we're looking, he's got a little bit bigger than me. He's got a little bit more definition maybe. But give me like a month. I'll get my summer body ready. And then I'll be the new progressive icon. but anyways, that's all I had to say about that. But it's just a puff piece. It's honestly not even worth engaging with. I understand Ethan just thinks that it's weird. It is weird that around this time when Ethan's having this conflict, Hassan seems to be getting article after article after article that isn't necessarily like talking about anything. It's just saying, isn't it so nice to have people on the left? Isn't it so nice to have voices like Hassan Piker and Hassan Piker? But then he had this clip.
This will never happen, but in a totally just world, any kind of, regardless of your background, any kind of fucking Zionist tendency should be treated in the same way as being a fucking rabid neo-Nazi.
So that's insane on face value. Also because it relies on a level of cognitive dissonance that he doesn't realize, because that is the exact argument that someone would make for saying that the kid from Yemen, the teenager from Yemen, is a Houthi, regardless of what claims he's like. It's just so stupid that he wants to be like, he's just some kid from Yemen. Well, if he supports the Houthis, then wouldn't, regardless of the circumstances that he's come up in, he's a Houthi? Or is it just Israel is so different that it makes it okay? But I don't want to take it for just a short clip, so I wanted to find the original clip. I like to do that, It's the only time I actually engage with Hassan's content, is to try and find the full unedited version of the clips that get taken out of context. And the first thing I noticed when I found this is he's learning this information from E Up Lovely, and for those of you who don't know who E Up Lovely is, E Up Lovely is the guy who was on Twitter saying shit like just submitted a report of child neglect to the Los Angeles Police Department for YouTuber Ethan H3H3 Klein and his wife, whose name I don't know. It's like, even if this is a joke, bro, there are actually people going to his house. You shouldn't be friends with Israelis. You shouldn't be polite to Israelis. You shouldn't eat Israeli food or go to Israeli restaurants or dance with Israelis in clubs or associate with any Israeli person at all. Anything short of permanent unconditional hostility is a betrayal. Ethan Klein, you are a laughing stock of the world because you and your war criminal wife are unable to stop feeding your children dog shit and murdering your pets with your incompetence and taking heroic doses of Ozempic to look like Russell Brand undergoing futile chemotherapy. And this is the guy that Hassan's taken these tweets from.
Dude, I'm serious. Like, I saw what Felix was writing about this, about the Michigan situation yesterday. And I think like
we'll talk about the whole Michigan thing in a second, because I found an article about that too, because I like to do my research.
Never happened, but in a totally just world, any kind of, regardless of your background, any kind of fucking Zionist tendency should be treated in the same way as being a fucking rabid neo-Nazi. And you shouldn't even let someone be the fucking local dog catcher, as Felix was posting, if they've ever exhibited any sort of like positive feelings about the state of Israel. I'm so serious about this, especially because like anyone with even a crumb of fucking allegiance to Israel will use their fucking influence and use whatever power that they have to basically fucking enforce whatever kind of positional power they have to just do the insane bidding. If it wasn't clear to you already.
So that is literally a claim that Israel runs the world. He's literally saying that they will take anybody that has an allegiance with Israel, will use and enforce whatever kind of positional power they have to do the insane bidding. What? I'm just so confused. I don't know if you missed much, to be honest. This doesn't really mean a whole lot. It's just more of the same, if we're being completely honest. Hassan is just actually insane. And to say that anybody, it's just ridiculous, because nobody, like, even the people that support Israel think that claiming every Palestinian being Hamas is crazy. Claiming any Palestinian support being Hamas is crazy. But to say then that anybody that supports Israel is a neo-Nazi and will enforce like rabid behavior is just insane. No, and that's the thing too. Yeah, is like birthright happens usually at a young age for most people. So it's crazy to be like all of these, like honestly heavily influenced, individuals as well are a bunch of fucking neo-Nazis. Even if they don't know a whole lot about the history or anything and are just Jewish but what he's talking about is basically I just clicked on I looked it up and clicked on one of the first articles I could find. Activists say Southeast Michigan police raids are targeting pro-Palestinian protesters. And so this is an interesting story. The FBI and other law enforcement agencies executed search warrants the morning of April 23rd at homes in Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti, and Canton. I cannot say that. Ypsilanti? The Michigan Attorney General's office said the raids are part of a vandalism investigation, but the lawyer who spoke to several people whose homes were raided insisted they were targeted for their pro-Palestinian activism. Everyone who was raided has taken part in protests and has some relationship to the University of Michigan. I don't want to read through the whole thing because I had skimmed this earlier, and basically, where was it? Michigan Attorney General Dana Nelson's office obtained the warrants. Office spokesman Danny Wimmer denied the homes were targeted because of protests. The search warrants were not related to protest activity on the campus of the University of Michigan, nor the Diag encampment, Wimmer said in a statement to the Free Press. Today's search warrants are a furtherance of our investigation into multi-jurisdictional acts of vandalism. He noted that there is no immigration enforcement angle to the execution of these search warrants. Jacob said the warrants were signed by this judge, whatever, and basically it's because of the jurisdiction being where this Jewish regent lives. And they spray painted his car, spray painted anti-Semitic graffiti on his car, smashed his windows. Somebody did, and they're basically doing an investigation to see what it is. You could say that maybe they're overstepping their means or something. That maybe they shouldn't be breaking into people's homes. Maybe they should. Like, that's all fine. But to say that, oh, who cares about this dude being like, you know, targeted with anti-Semitism and his house being vandalized while his family sleeps? If you support Israel, you're a neo-Nazi. Like, I don't see how you get one from one to the other at all. We were not. So in May 2024, protesters paid an early morning visit to the home of another regent, Sarah Hubbard, who lives outside of Lansing. They taped a list of demands to her door, left body bags on her lawn, chanted slogans, and posted a video of the protest online. So that's also just like saying, well, they're just protesters. Well, what kind of protests are they doing? Because I'm sorry, but like threatening, like protests that threaten people, I'm not for. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Everyone pretending that Zionist isn't a synonym for Jewish and far right groups. It's like it's when there is that when there even is like a small group of people that think that, you would assume that these bigger creators would want to clarify just to be like as clear as possible. I was never able to give Hassan the benefit of the doubt because I didn't think that he was entertaining enough. So anytime I'd listen to him, I was just kind of like, okay. Like, I can tell that he's passionate. I don't know if it's genuine passion, though, if I'm being completely honest. Sometimes it seems performative. Yeah. And his true colors are definitely showing. But I was hoping that maybe he would try and clarify this a little bit, but he just kind of just continues.
This should make it obvious. You can't.
So let's see. Does he say it right here?
The county's deputy dog coroner and act surprised when they abuse their authority in order to punish Americans for Israel's cratering popularity. That's precisely what's fucking going on. Like, that's what it is. He also made a dual loyalty reference here, so I'm not. I mean, he's Jewish. It's so fucking crazy, though. It is so fucking crazy.
I was just talking about this guy being Jewish. It's just.
The fact that Dana Nessel collaborated, Dana Nessel, a blue attorney general in a blue fucking state, is.
The cogs are turning. The cogs are turning. We're going to move on because honestly, I just don't understand how people can fall for it, though. If it's just extremism packaged up as caring and thoughtful, it's like it just seems so. Like, it seems so obvious what they're doing, and I don't understand how Hassan has any fans. But now we're gonna lighten up the mood. We're gonna. Oh wait, I did have this to show, because Harley's been a bit more vocal after that interview. Harley calls out streamers whose careers depend on Israel-Palestine conflict. So someone said, "I am a Gazan who has endured immense losses due to this war, having lost close friends and so much more. I do not need to be lectured about Gaza. I have lived its reality. There is only one viable path for a lasting ceasefire and the reconstruction of Gaza. the removal of Hamas, and then show more. So he said a bit more here. So it's Hamza. Would be interesting to see what the whole thing is, but unless it's just like Hamas, psych, it should be Israel that needs to step down. Unless that's what it says. Harley responded going, "Fuck Hamas, guys. I know I'm just the bacon guy, so don't listen to me. But also, don't listen to anyone that makes their paycheck talking about this tragedy in the Middle East. It benefits too many of them to prolong this for money. Please take it from an actual Palestinian/Gazan, which is Howdy Hamza." But yeah, it is just sad. And about the other thing, MAGA body isn't the best look. Hassan Shuri wants to say he has a MAGA body. Yeah, W Harley as always, for real. It's not a lack of logical thinking though. That's the thing. It's leaps and bounds to make it's starting from a conclusion and then making leaps and bounds to do connections so that your conclusion makes sense. And it always ends up it always shows through eventually because they get tired of it. They don't want to have to bullshit anymore. Eventually they're just going to start fucking actually being like, all the Israels need to die. And I don't mean Hassan, but his chat might. Okay, but Jack Doherty got robbed the other day. It's actually hilarious. I was laughing my ass off when I heard about this. Look at his shirt. It's ripped. We've been waiting for stuff like this to happen. His security guard didn't help, I guess, for some reason. But yeah, babyface Jack Doherty finally got his comeuppance.
Got robbed on Rodeo Drive for $300,000 worth of my diamond chains. Pretty cooked. So funny, yeah. But I'm live on.
We don't care what you're
He's really trying to smile through the pain. That's so funny.
live on, your little prig. But anyway, apparently the Muppet actually did get robbed for his supposed $300,000 chains. What a shame.
Guys, I just got robbed. I just got robbed on Rodeo Drive. 4 armed guys hopped out of their car, ripped both my chains off my neck. Yeah. Bro, I think that was a fucking setup, bro.
So how many?
That was a setup.
So how many people? Can we just hold off on this because we got some information.
Dave, I don't even know what the f happened. Help me talk, bro. I'm in shock. Nah, they're with me.
The poor police officer got through his job.
Listen, sir, they're with me.
Okay. Value of the necklace.
One of them was 100K, one of them was 200K.
Bullshit.
It's like 300K.
Yeah.
Well, no fucking shit.
And bro, give us a play-by-play.
What happened?
He might have paid that much, but I don't think they cost that much.
Yeah.
Bro, I
guess they're not worth that much is how I'd say that. But you get what I mean.
setup for sure, bro. It's too fucking perfect. I walk out and they're right there, bro. Like they walk out and they immediately car.
It's a setup. Was he live streaming all of this? Because if so, I don't think it was a setup.
Like they all 3 or 4 of them just tackling me to the ground. It's insane.
What was the security guard doing? He was just like, "No, Jack, no."
I don't even know what happened. What even happened? Like I didn't even see what happened. It all happened so fast. Did they just pin me against the wall?
That's like, he's probably under the bridge right now. 300K, yeah, that's grand theft.
Dude, that didn't stop me. I didn't even know they were there. I was like fighting with the guys. They're trying to get them the off me so I can keep my watch and shit. But like literally the chains were gone instantly. Like,
Turned left, hook, dropped him. Turned right, hook, dropped him. But then the third guy got me. Then they all recovered and they got away. Sad stuff. Too bad we didn't get it on film.
like I was like, fuck.
So
like,
when you yeah, tell us what happened. So when you went to
bro,
the
I'm like pinned
ground,
up against the wall, me and her, and like I get pinned up against the wall like this, and I see my chains right there in this guy's hand, and I'm being pushed like this. Some other guy's going at my watch, and I'm like trying to fucking fight him off. And then
So 4 dudes, they push you against the wall like instantly, and just one took your chain.
somehow, like,
one's holding you.
like we're all here, like 5 of us were right here, or 6 of us were right.
That's he looks like a middle schooler. That's why they asked his security guard for his side of the story. They're like, "Can we get a statement from you? Are you his like parental guardian? What's going on?"
Right here, me, Dave, Christy, and the 4 guys. And then next thing I know, Dave and 2 of the guys are there. And then one of the guys chasing me around the street trying to get my watch off. So
You went fully across the street?
And then the other guy's like, nah, we got the chains. And then the other guy stopped chasing me. Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty's cooked, all right?
Did you run all the way across the street?
I ran there. Then I was like, if I go there, it's just me and him. So I was like, I have to come back.
And then what his boys said, oh, we got the chains, and
Yeah,
he
the boys,
turned around
like,
and
yelled and they hopped in the car.
Yeah,
That is
straps out is insane. It's one thing to flash that shit put away.
We were right here. I'm like facing this way against the wall. And the next thing I know, Chrissy like taps me and boom, they're coming right here, running at me like full speed, like right here. Show them, look, like literally right there. And then, yeah, next thing I know, they're...
I do have to say, getting robbed on Rodeo in broad daylight would only happen to Jack Doherty. Like, that's crazy. In broad day, it looks like it's the middle of the fucking day. Like, so, it looks like noon. And dude just got robbed on Rodeo Drive.
press me up against the wall. This guy comes in, rips me up my chains off my neck, and like Dave pushes them, but I see he has my chains, and there's another guy here trying to rip my watch off my wrist, and then I eventually like got out, and then I started running. I ran like right here, and then I ran around, and then back down here, and their car was parked right here. They parked right here, jumped out of the car.
You just know that half of that story is complete bullshit because he couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag, let alone against a group of robbers. And if you're wondering what his bodyguard that he uses to go around being a little prick did to stop all this, the answer is he did fuck all.
I don't know, they pulled up, I heard the tires screeching, I was standing right here. And, I heard the tires screeching, I looked to my left and I see everybody hop out. And I tried to beat them to you. And I just remember tackling one guy, and the guy you were talking about, I had him with my left hand. And then I seen the gun, and I had to hold up. I had to draw back.
Damn, bro.
It's just so, he's like, I don't know, bro. Give your shit up. What do you think I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to murder these guys for you?
You know, maybe if he got a security guard that was in better shape, he might have gotten there a bit quicker, but even if he had, he's not Superman. You can't beat a load of people with guns, and walking around with that much jewellery with one security guard when you hate it as much as this little prick is beyond stupid.
I just got robbed.
Where?
On Rodeo Drive. They took both my chains.
You kidding me?
Nope.
By gunpoint?
Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 guys. They like tackled me and Dave and like,
You tackled Dave too?
yeah.
Does Dave have a gun there or no?
I don't know. No, he didn't.
Did he have a gun?
I don't know why.
Now, last time we saw this little muppet, his OnlyFans girlfriend left him.
Flashback.
McKinley, what the fuck are you doing? Guys, look. Me and McKinley just broke
So I
up.
don't care about any of that.
McKinley set you up, bro. They got the drop from her.
They said Timu McKinley set you up, bro. They got the drop from her. Is that true?
I low-key suspected that at first.
That was my feed.
I took her phone. I checked it. I said, yo, I had to. I was like, what the f? Sorry. Like, I don't know. 300K is 300K. You never know.
Should have been 580.
What?
Should have been 480 with the Richard.
No, he was chasing around. I was not letting. All right, guys. I may have gone.
You know, you've just laid out CMO 8888. You've just laid out an H3 empire. I think that is probably their smartest bet for longevity, and they should definitely start that. What's Love gonna do though? What about Love and Nate? Got to think of something for them.
Robbed today, but next stream back, I'm buying new chains. So
Okay, he didn't show the clip I wanted to show. So here's a clip someone else took that was really funny.
bro, he just fucking robbed me. They just took both my fucking chains, bro. Fuck, dog. Dave, what the fuck, bro?
They had a gun.
Where's yours? What?
They had a gun. Where's yours? Beats me. This stance too. Just everything about this. He got cooked. Absolutely fried. That's amazing.
What the?
It almost seems staged with how goofy it is. It's so amazing. I'm actually so impressed with that. Good job, guys. Keep it up. I'm talking about Jack. I'm talking about Jack and a security guard, obviously. So this is a shout out to Haley's comment. Everybody should go subscribe. This was actually super dope. I'm a fan of this style. That's why I made this. That's why I am in this background. But so I've always been into this kind of like artistic style. I don't even know what you'd call it. But this is a cool video, so we're gonna watch this. I'm stuttering a lot today.
You are listening to K101. Hello, Moto. Good morning. He's back in your pool again.
Who is it this time?
You know, the one that drinks the churro sauce at the club.
You know what? He looks so happy. Just leave him today. Hey, girl.
Oh, is that Trisha?
Your cappuccino is ready. Cheers, my dude. It kind of looks like a cat eye. I just follow the black line, like the outermost shadow. And then I take it kind of just like a cat eye in the inner corner. Same thing on the other side. And now we slug out again with the red brown. I'm sure to get it like the shadow in the pocket of my eye, like for the crease, the wings. The thing that happens with me is I'll be putting on makeup and I'll be like, and then I'll be like, I mean, like really heavy.
You're listening to KETH 101.1. Local man Luke.
I don't even want to say anything. I'm still taking it all in. It's done so well.
Thomas Saunderson has been abducted for the 87th time this year. Reports say that he normally returns
happens
the next
every
morning,
weekend.
although
He'll be
we've
fine.
not seen him quite yet.
I'm just pregnant. I just found out I'm pregnant with my second child.
Oh, no way.
So, Tim, why don't you kick us off today?
Yes, many of
no
those
way.
organizations that are represented.
Welcome back to Earth.
Amazon founder Jeff Bezos had a little oops moment, face planting while inspecting the capsule. His fiance.
Butt plug too? That must be
Nightmare.
She went in for the MRI, and when the MRI was over and the tech was pulling the table out, the patient started to scream. Wait, what?
Can't do this.
While I sit my yes, finally.
While I sit my I be getting money with my feet up while I sit my teeth.
Power Rangers, our friend Jeffrey is in trouble. Quickly. We must fake his death.
Again?
And bring him back to our secret palace.
I'm not scheduled till 9. I thought you got the foodie boys on at 8.
These teens are not feisty enough. Bring back some 3 fresh ones for me to look over.
I'll be there at 9. With no teens. I'll be back in a few hours.
And which motorcade will it be today, boss?
You know which one.
Showroom number 1, please.
Remind Teddy to feed the cat.
And I forget, she has quite a few videos, I think. Yeah, so definitely go check her out, because good stuff to come. Wish I was high for this. I mean, go watch the rest of them while you're high later. But now we move on to the real important stuff. Idiot Influencers, Mike from PA, by Rob's Media. I really don't know too much about Mike from PA other than he punched a couch. He punched a couch and he turned into a gremlin. I guess we're going to learn a lot more. Let me read the warning. Warning, this video contains material not suitable for all ages. Viewer discretion is advised. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and more. No copyright infringement intended. Amazing.
Someone in the audience.
Mike!
Yeah. Mike.
Me personally, I'm putting him in Love Sabra. Yeah.
Love Sabra.
Love Sabra. Love Sabra.
Yeah.
Wow. He couldn't even sit up on the stage with them. He wasn't invited to the content cop. Mike's life is so sad. Oh my god. He had to Urkel it. He had to stand up and go. That's amazing. Just to show he's like, I'm here, everybody.
Yeah.
Love Sabra.
Come on.
Love Sabra.
Yeah. I would put it down there. Sit down.
Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats.
I will... What?
I would like him to come to TwitchCon and we'll see what happens. I have enough. I could afford all the lawyers.
Mike, this is a learning opportunity. That's okay. Hold on.
You don't know anything about politics. It's embarrassing. I'm talking to you. No, if you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know. You are, and this is no exaggeration, literally selling out your own people.
Welcome back to Idiot Influencers. Today we'll be covering another Hassan Piker orbiter, Central Committee, aka Mike from PA.
I will say, finding Mike from PA is a little bit difficult because his name isn't just Mike from PA. Like, I think he'd probably have a bit more of a following. He'd be I don't know if for good, for better or for worse, he'd have a bigger following if he used just the name Mike from PA on YouTube.
Vaguely familiar with Mike over the past year, but I started looking into him more following some ludicrous statements he made regarding Ethan Klein's content nuke on Hassan. We'll get to that, but I think it's important we first look through his past controversies. Michael Byer is a 40-year-old failed politician who graduated from the University of Pittsburgh School of Law in 2013. The next year, he decided to run for a U.S. House seat against a man named Justin Simmons. Now, this election was personal for Mike, as his own mother, Karen Byer, had lost the 2010 election against Simmons. He wanted to avenge her, in a sense, even registering as a Democrat to do so. That's right, Mike is—
Damn, and he just destroyed your whole lineage. Get bested.
register as a Republican, only switching to have a chance at beating Simmons. This election seemed heated, with Simmons questioning Mike's validity. I don't think he's a credible candidate. He's 30 years old, he's never had a job, and he has constantly lied about his occupation and his credentials and his occupation, and we have called him out on it. Now, Simmons is...
He has no job, no aspirations. What has he done with his life?
referring to the fact that Mike enlisted his occupation as a lawyer, despite never passing the bar exam. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court tried to get him removed from the ballot over this, seeing it as a sketchy way to add credibility to his campaign. He only got away with it because his actions were viewed as a good faith mistake. Years later, he claimed that this was a mistake made by the Democratic Party.
They put lawyer in my profession section. That's what that was on a petition. And I didn't notice that until later. I talked to the Democratic Party. They were like, oh, that should be fine. And the Democratic Party paid for my court case, and we won at the appellate level. We won at the trial court level. We only lost at the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania, which at the time was full of Republicans. And you know what happened? Nothing. I ended up winning the Democratic primary anyway.
I'd believe him, but that information was not mentioned in any of the articles I read on the situation. They painted it as him trying to boost his credibility. Regardless, Simmons would win this election, with Mike only receiving 38.9% of the vote. Following his loss...
I mean, honestly, to have gotten this far isn't too bad, and to have gotten that many votes, but still lost. No, I'm trying to kind of like, we're just going to move past. I mean, I guess he's just a liar. It's fine.
Election, with Mike only receiving 38.9% of the
He lies.
vote.
He lies.
Following his loss, Mike would begin forming his online presence. He would occasionally call into the Majority Report in 2016, soon becoming a producer for the show. It's unknown when he stopped working with them, but by 2019, he started streaming more on Twitch under the Mike from PA persona. He began
Oh, that's it. He's just on Twitch. Twitch just doesn't have good clips and VODs, I feel like. It's hard to navigate. It's like they don't know if they want to be a mobile or a desktop like service, so they just suck at both. But that makes more sense. Why is he also something different on Twitch than on YouTube? That's also kind of dumb.
immersing himself in various leftist spaces, soon collaborating with the streamer Bad Bunny.
I think that's fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think I'm getting your attention. I feel like I touched like a vampire touching holy water.
can I help you?
Well, I think they want to go in.
Okay.
I don't think you could produce a more embarrassing clip. No matter
Mike is what the New York Times thinks all progressives are when they were making the puff piece about Hassan. They're like, this is what a progressive usually looks like. So when you have someone like Hassan, it's like, he's more suave.
how much Mike would like you to forget it, this video will always be his legacy. Mike would continue collaborating with Bad Bunny, with some noticing his simp-like behavior for her. It just comes across as creepy.
Oh, wait, did he ever finish his 1,000 subs? I will... What?
Can you hover hand me, please? Hover hand me, please?
No, I'm not hover hand. Get that here.
There's room.
I guess she was joking around, but that was also kind of weird. It did look like he put his hand on her lower back. Weird. But then also weird to, like, lay on him and want a hover hand.
Rumors that this guy left a previous relationship for this, and I hope they're not true, cause this is brutal. Now I do want to preface that Bad Bunny is a very rude and abrasive person. She's an asshole, though I don't feel bad for Mike because he's in his mid-30s and should know not to hang out with her. He did so anyways, most likely to gain connections within the BreadTube streamer space through her. Following that awkward clip, Bad Bunny spends the next few minutes insulting Mike with her chat, while he's just sitting there, completely cucked.
He's got super low emotional intelligence for whatever reason. That's what surprises me, because I didn't think he would have a low emotional intelligence.
For me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So they're gonna be here in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Now for this next clip, I'm gonna give a trigger warning for violent content. It's very graphic.
That just feels good. Oh my god. Yeah. It just feels good.
What did you just do?
Nothing.
Why is this couch now moved? Did you just hit the couch?
Let me just move the couch back. I just nudged it.
Oh shit, they're here.
God, that poor couch. Am I even allowed to show this on YouTube? Mike clearly did that out of anger, though he continued simping for her after this.
No, he did it out of frustration. Come on, man, they're different emotions. He's clearly so frustrated with this, I don't know, friend zoning? It's a weird friend zoning. It's like it's almost like he's a pay pig that doesn't buy anything.
In more streams.
Can you stop walking in my space? Great, from now on I need you to use one arm
You didn't get notification. Have I been shadow banned?
away from me. Put your arm out. If you can touch me, you're too close to me.
I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it anymore.
What are you gonna do? Continue to be a...
That is what a 5-year-old does. They do punch the couch to show their friends that they're or show their mom that they're tough. Like, check this out, mom. And then she goes, no, don't do that. She has the reaction that Bad Bunny has. Why did you do that? Did you hit the couch?
Change it over to Central Committee. Get some real viewers on it.
You would have to know how to function a piece of technology in order to do that.
Bad Bunny was clearly uncomfortable with Mike's touchiness, mentioning this while discussing why she unmodded him from her Twitch chat.
Was there a slip up? Like, where he messed up? Like, was there a mess up? It was more like a smattering of multiple mess ups that defined, like, more like 2 solid days of me pleading, please stop, that's bothering me. Finally resulting in me unmodding him in my chat, and then he said,
I thought you was just playing hard to get. What's the issue? That's why you have to just take people at their word, honestly. But also, after someone's done something, you should kind of create some space so that they understand fully that there's an issue. You shouldn't jump right back into like everything's normal with somebody that overstepped a boundary. They need to understand how, like, that it was wrong to overstep that boundary.
oh my god, is she serious? Oh, 2 days later, that maybe I'm crossing her boundaries and making her feel uncomfortable?
Despite Bad Bunny clearly hating him, what truly started a rift in their relationship was when she started flirting with another guy on stream.
Is it Dan?
Mike got so pissed that he left our Discord server, soon writing, I'm just single for the first time in a long time. Ending a long-term relationship is tough. Also, I'm just not used to doing this kind of stuff publicly, so I'm just not up for making myself the butt of jokes in this area right now. Maybe I'm just not cut out for any part of my personal life being public. Need to keep things very separate. I'm still learning. Dude, you never had a chance with her. This is like Chris Chan levels of delusion. Bad Bunny would talk about this briefly on stream, and like a moth to a flame, Mike came crawling back. And it couldn't have happened at the worst time, with Bad Bunny getting into a massive controversy.
How did my whole speech about how I need subs and to keep the stream going if you like the content, blah, 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 how that results in 0 subs? There are regulars here. $5 a month. How do you have hours of time to watch me and not $5? I don't know. What are you doing with your life?
Because I had to buy 5 McChickens are not even $1 anymore. It's bullshit.
You have hours of time to watch Twitch and not $5 to provide.
If Jeff doesn't come on the podcast today, I'm gonna have an aneurysm. If he doesn't come on and do Dan's hair all pretty, I'm turning into a snark channel. That'll be it for me.
For the content that you're watching. There are I have a wall of non-subs. This is fucking actually really heartbreaking. Because it's like people just really really don't respect me as a content creator.
Obviously, that rant would get her into hot water.
What's good, H3 last week? We're learning about the lore of Mike. Mike the White Knight, his drama with Destiny and Vouch. Grifter allegations. Mike, no. Mike the White Knight from PA.
Many big YouTubers dunked on her for being an obnoxious piece of shit. Though not Mike, who just had to defend her.
Because nobody else gets called out like this. No man gets...
Come on, Jeff. Who cares if he had pneumonia? He got hit in the face with construction equipment. He can walk off pneumonia. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. If he doesn't come today, it's because he didn't want to come, and we should all go hate on him. Go send him hate in his comments and DMs. Don't do that. That's a joke. Don't ever do that.
It's called out for this. Women get called out for this. Women get called out for this. It's so blatantly obvious. And the reason why this is getting retweeted and liked so much is because she's an attractive woman who didn't act like a nice person, which is what makes sexually frustrated incels angry. Woman non-acting, woman out of her place, me mad.
Probably the most childish defense you can give. Oh, you criticized a woman? Incel, come check out this little incel over here. He must have taken this right from Casey Tron's rulebook. I just don't want to hear that word coming from this guy. It's like the pot calling the kettle black.
The thing is,
wow, this only has 980 views, and it's from Dr. Disrespect, one of the biggest streamers on the platform, and nobody cares! It's almost like you're sexist! It's almost like you've been exposed right fucking now by me! QED! End of debate!
Immediately after this, people started referring to Mike as a white knight, something he takes deep offense to while at the same time trying to play dumb.
Again,
What does that even mean? What does white knight even mean?
I realized him yelling. I was like, I'm glad that I turned that down, but I need to turn it back up now. I hope the audio sounds better now. My bad.
Exactly.
It's a poor, like, pejorative meant to infer that.
If Ethan also doesn't, if we don't get Jeff today and we don't get to the Frogan video, that's it. We all must turn.
Only reason that you would ever defend the actions of a woman, well, Mike, are because you crave a sexual experience with her. You're protecting Milady in hopes that you might earn yourself into her good graces. You know.
Is that how human sexuality works? I have never experienced that as how you get sex. I don't know.
For having such a horrendous take, Mike got a well-deserved punishment, getting mocked by one of the biggest YouTubers of all time.
And then the Simps come to the rescue.
She's an attractive woman
Oh,
who didn't
for
act like a
fuck's
nice person.
sake! Did you say
Which is what
attractive?
makes sexually frustrated incels angry.
You notice the lack of eye contact, the lack of confidence, the slouchy posture. That's all. He hit all 3 simp marks right
I hit
there.
all the simp marks.
I'm getting your attention. I feel like I touched
During a stream from February 2020, Mike begins actually sticking up for himself and calls out Bad Bunny.
Why are you intentionally?
I know it's funny we're just having like a sidebar, but I also think that AB needs to add some context about the Frogan stuff, but I also find it disrespectful that she put him in a position where he needs to talk about it. If you wanted to call out Ethan or whatever, she should have just done that. It was dumb to bring up AB and be like, all I ever told him was that he should quit. If he should look for other jobs.
Actually hanging out with people that are mean to you, Mike.
I'm not. You came to me. This is my Discord.
You're always in my life. You fucking DM me all the time. Bunny, can we hang out? Bunny,
Bunny, did I DM you today?
Yes, you DM'd me in the morning.
No, I did not.
I might be a convert.
Wow, you really won this debate, Mike. You didn't DM me one morning, maybe, according to your recollection.
You DM'd me. I left it on red. And then I stayed on my stream and you came over here.
I give you a weird, like, sideways fucking face, and you're like, what's the matter? What's the matter? That was you last night. Don't even start. Don't even pretend you didn't go, oh, what's going on? Why are you making that face?
What? Must have been someone else you were talking to, not me.
Sometime after this, he finally had enough and stopped being friends with her. I don't know for sure what his ultimate goal was with their friendship. Maybe love, maybe someone to collab with. When, in my opinion, he did this to get himself known amongst other leftist streamers, though he didn't become known in a good way, leading to years of humiliation. Around the same time Mike was hanging out with Bad Bunny, he'd hop on streams with the liberal debater Destiny. Mike and Destiny started off with a cordial relationship, though that soon changed. Mike believes Destiny is a gateway to the alt-right, and Destiny believes Mike is a tanky. Now, I won't go over much of their debates because, frankly, they're kind of boring to me, but what caught my eye was this stream from February 2020 regarding that year's US Democratic primaries. Now, what you need to know is that Mike is a Bernie bro.
I've only heard of Bad Bunny through Mike from PA, and she does seem a bit insufferable. Like, just very, like, there are some people that I really do think, like, what is appealing about them? Mike seems to think it's because she's attractive. Obviously, beauty is an eye of the beholder, but I would say there are other female streamers that are more, like, conventionally attractive than she is. So that can't be the only reason. Very, very interesting.
And Destiny is big into supporting Biden and Pete Buttigieg. Destiny is reacting to a clip where Mike claims Pete is lying about being gay to Grift.
I mean, I can easily defend the position that the DNC is implacably opposed to Bernie, and the timing of things has been at least interesting enough to comment on. And the other thing is, like, about Pete being ashamed that he's gay, something I said last night, which is obviously true because he remained in the closet until 2015, which is an...
Was it only Bad Bunny that did the $5 thing, though? I thought there was someone else that did, like, a more crazy version of this. Was it just her? Because I do remember that, too. The clip of her being like, how come you can't give me $5? Pay me now. Imagine a busker on the street being like... Because that's what this is. This is the equivalent of digital busking. But, the busking is just the homeless guy sitting on the side of the road being like, I'll give you some wisdom. But instead of just giving you a little something, he goes, now give me money. Give me money now. Give me money. And I don't know if I would.
Unbelievable thing for a political figure to remain in the closet.
A military guy from Indiana? God damn it! How fucking stupid would you have to be to say something like this?
He felt ashamed of his sexuality in 2015. Came out after the gay marriage decision in the Supreme Court. That's just an objective fact.
Now, what Mike said there is indeed not an objective fact. Pete came out of the closet 10 days before the Supreme Court ever made that decision. He wrote about it on the 16th, with the decision being made on the 26th. Now, upon seeing this clip, Destiny challenged Mike to another debate regarding his conspiracy.
I said, hey, buddy, want to talk about Iowa? About exactly what? The story there is relatively boring. I said, about conspiracies. You said you wanted to talk. He said, I don't think I've trafficked in any conspiracies other than to point out the media narrative being formed around an obviously disputed result. And then I said, we can talk about Pete's gayness as well. And Mike said, why would we talk about that? So then I linked Mike this clip right here.
Never mind. I'm not even gonna say.
I think that Super Duper, I do hate you.
I'm LGBTQ as well, and Pete's dog shit. He literally has less than 10% LGBTQ support.
Yeah, LGBTQ hates him, idiot.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Super.
They hate him because they see what he is. He's a conservative. Yeah. He's a conservative, ashamed of being gay.
So that's what I wanted to talk to Mike about. And he didn't respond to that at all. So he left me on read on both of his clips. Because nobody has the actual fucking spine to support any of the shit that they say when they're preaching to the fucking choir. Because all they do is get on here and peddle their bullshit-ass conspiracy theories. And when somebody tries to hold them to task on it, they run the fuck away because they know that they're indefensible.
Many online would criticize Mike for this, since this sounds like a conspiracy Alex Jones would have, and not something that would be said by a progressive leftist. Destiny and Mike would do one more debate the following month, though nothing of note really occurs here. The two would never directly interact again, though Destiny has taken many shots at Mike over the years. This has caused a grudge match that persists to this day, and we'll get to that later on in this video. Destiny isn't the only sexual degenerate Mike is beefed with. There's also Vosh.
See, this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
Yes, the worst people you know are fighting. Now, the original clip was taken down on Streamable for some reason, so we'll have to rely on Destiny's reaction here. By the way, it's been super hard finding the original sources for these clips. Mike doesn't archive much of his streams at all.
It's funny. It's not because of Vosh. It's just because I'm, like, I guess I have a couple more brain cells than he does. But I make sure to always have a file, like, you know, File Explorer open, so that, like, I can pull it up whenever I need to on the side, and I don't have it randomly pull up when I'm downloading stuff or trying to open anything.
unlike a lot of other Hassan orbiters. There's no
Oh no, you can see my Adobe stock. Oh no.
proper VOD archive channels either, probably because he has no passionate fans at all. Like, Denims has multiple, since she has a lot of simps in her audience for obvious reasons. Destiny seems to think Mike places DMCA takedowns on various clips of his. Anyways, back to the subject at hand. In an early 2021 stream, Mike is reacting to some random Twitter user's BreadTube tier list. He's incredibly pissed that he's at the bottom, and Vosh and Destiny are at the top.
So when I saw this tier list, it's like unbearable Mike from PA. Destiny is excellent. I was like, what? And Vouch, I was like, what is this? What is this tier list? And then it went ping. Oh, I know why this person hates me. I remembered it. And my great memory kicked in. Top reply. Well, second top reply. The other one is Vouch saying good list. Interesting. Top reply, I was like, oh, I remember this account. You said it was cringe when I called out Destiny and your own followers owned you. LMAO. 802 likes. Now, I can tell you something, chat.
Oh, 802 likes. Oh.
802 likes, guys. I totally owned him because I got 802 likes.
I don't do this well on my replies, okay? My replies to tweets typically get like 10 to 50 likes, okay?
The reason why this got more engagement, Mike, tweets is because it showed up on your feed because you retweeted your own fucking tweet.
Guys, look, I ratioed this person. Aren't I cool now? Please accept me. I'm a half-rate political streamer.
Also, I'd like to make an offer to cringe political posts. Xavier Online. If you were 25 years or older, 25 years old or older, I will PayPal you $50. You are a child. And by the way, if this is the way you approach politics, please do not watch my stream. Please do not watch my stream.
Oh yeah, this person's the child. Not the full-grown man who punched a couch out of frustration because his favorite e-girl didn't want to touch him.
So, like, fuck off.
You used Google instead of ChatGPT. You could have gotten a much better answer for your garlic question. Just saying.
And if that's what your politics is, you just stand for a whole bunch of people, you're an asshole.
This is such massive irony coming from this guy. His entire image now is standing for Hassan and defending him against his political enemies. Following this stream, Mike would challenge Vosh to a debate.
I'm sorry, what was this?
Defending him against his political enemies.
You dancing with Hassan?
Following this stream, Mike would challenge Vosh to a debate, trying to make him seem like a coward and throwing random insults around.
And then, so anyway, this little rat fuck, and Vouch really is a rat fuck, just so you understand this. Not only does he doesn't know his ass from the hole in the ground, he's a rat fucker.
Hey, Vosh is not a rat fucker, okay? Don't be smirched.
It's extremely cringe to discuss and brag about your Twitter engagement, yes. But it's even more cringe to discuss and brag about your low Twitter engagement. I think that's way worse.
His good name. He's a horse fucker.
I'll make it clear. You can
like 800. Okay, you got some likes. Like if it's less than 1,000, it's not like anything to write home about, even nearly.
Write this down. I want to fuck a woman as a horse. None of this is a secret. To be clear.
I'm sorry, Beppis, I didn't see. I would have let you know that it's because naturally occurring sulfur in the garlic interacts with those enzymes, occasionally turning it slightly green or blue. But I didn't see the message. I would have let you know that. I had that on the...
Many jokes have been made about this, but I stand by it. My moral principles are rock solid.
Oh, sorry. He wants to be the horse. A horse who fucks children. My bad.
Too.
Mike began leaking DMs of Vosh, which just made him look like a bitch. A lot of it is Mike whining about the hate he gets online. The two would finally debate, and to be honest, Vosh fucking destroyed him. Mike resorts to violent threats and tries to body shame Vosh, which results in a verbal beatdown.
You came in here and postured and tried to threaten me.
And
I laughed in your fucking fat face.
Threaten you? Oh, my fat
jog
face.
around your apartment building would knock you out. I would push you over with a feather.
What are you... Wait. Unironically, what are you talking about right now?
Do you have a bad
Wait, how did I threaten you? What?
You literally said, "Where do you live? I'm gonna come and get you."
Well, Vosh isn't fat. He's kind of built like a World of Warcraft like dwarf. That's what he looks like to me. Like, he's not really fat, but he looks like a dwarf from World of Warcraft.
I said you were being weird about sexual harassment, and then I said, "Where are you at? Maybe we could come over." Like it was like a joke, like a flirty. But you were the one who unironically talked about being able to beat me up. Are you trying to like do the keyboard warrior reverse psychology on me?
What? No,
You just did it. You postured again. Wait, how tall are you? How much do you weigh? I actually want to get the stats down. Hold on. Can we get like a height comparison? You looked about 6-7 inches shorter than Bad Bunny in that clip. Let me see if I can
oh my god! Wait,
let me see if I can.
Wait, what do you think that clip was? Since you're holding on to it,
embarrassing?
Like Destiny's Beauty.
I don't know.
What was it? What was it?
Wait,
what was
how
I
tall
doing?
are you?
How?
Wait, you want to fight me? I just want to get the stats down. Come on. What are the? What's?
I'm 1 inch taller than Destiny, which should be enough for you, right? That'll make you more servile.
Well, I don't
right?
even know how tall Destiny is. It ranges from 5'2" to 5'7", depending on who's talking. So wait, are you like 5'3"? Are you 5'8"?
Holy fucking shit, dude! Listen to yourself.
Oh wait, you're the one who talked about
yourself.
fighting me. I'm just trying to get the
Listen
stats
to
down.
yourself.
Wait, how much do you weigh?
Listen to yourself.
What weight class are you in? Hold on.
God, this should have been the main event at Crater Clash 3. Just two politically brain-rotted tough guys seeing who's the bigger loser. Now much of this debate is about Mike's use of the term sewer socialist, which refers to a 20th century political movement from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Vosh believes Mike is using the wrong definition of it to justify a solution to the issue of a brain drain. This makes the conversation heated, and Mike has a meltdown.
You solve it through sewer socialism. This is another thing you don't know what it is, probably.
Just answer. How do you solve it?
Sewer socialism. So you focus on creating the best possible public services, you fund education, and you provide an opportunity for people to maximize their potentialities. You can't control everything by a top-down privatization, TIF-based model.
So wait, you didn't answer the question. So
I did.
You don't know what brain drain is. That's okay. I'll explain it to you. Brain drain is when all the people who get degrees in your city.
This is why you're
no, it's okay. You can learn. Mike,
posture.
Mike,
what's a TIF?
Mike, this is a learning opportunity. That's okay. Hold on.
You don't know anything about politics. It's embarrassing. I'm talking to you.
No, it's okay, Mike. No, we're almost here, okay? So, brain drain is when people who get like college degrees in your city.
Politics. It's embarrassing.
No, it's okay.
You're
We're almost there. We're almost there.
And thousands of people listen to you.
Mike, wait, hold on. Hundreds of thousands.
And that's the thing. Mike might actually have some good takes, and like Bosch probably has some good takes. You know, people think Destiny and Hassan have good takes, but it's all about your digestibility, the ability to spread wide and not seem so abrasive, not seem so extreme or, you know, intense. And when you want to be a horse to fuck lolicon. Not many people care about the political takes. And when you scream and turn into a bit of a goblin and punch couches, people look down on you. Honestly, so far, Mike just seems more sad than anything. He's not even that like evil or, you know, like despicable. He's just annoying and like it's unfunny, like unintelligent. Is it grifting? I guess we'll see, but there's a possibility there as well.
Vosh would soon hang up on him, and Mike went on to rant about the debate on Twitter. He was pretty much blocking anyone that slightly, even jokingly, disagreed with him. So yet again, Mike got laughed off. He was shown to be a hot-headed idiot, who lost the debates with Sex Pessany and Vosh the horse-fucking pedophile.
We have at some point in our lives
teenager.
been going fucking crazy on some hentai site, and we've been fucking stroking as hard and fast as we can, and then after we nut, we go back, look over our history chat, and we go like, oh jeez. Oh boy. Some of these girls looked pretty young. Okay, I don't give a fuck.
It is just so insane. Like, it's like he understands why it's wrong, but then just goes, but I don't even care because I already did it. I already did. So what? I'm supposed to feel bad now? He like couldn't not like understand why that just seems so fucked. But here are the Grifter allegations.
Since Mike was on bad terms with Bad Bunny and
Mike from GA. See what I did there?
Since Mike was on bad terms with Bad Bunny and was despised amongst Destiny and Vash's communities, he needed a new connection to help with his online career. Hassan Piker.
I've not heard of Mike. I'm.
And you're absolutely right, H3 last week. We have not been in that situation. I don't go afterwards, she looked kind of young. I'll go scrolling through a website. What am I gonna watch today? What am I gonna And then I go see a video where I'm like, ooh, was that a child? Get off this website. No more. The internet's despicable, evil. That's what you do. You don't finish and then go, maybe.
It's good to meet you, though.
Good to meet you. How you doing?
Okay, so I wanted to have both of you guys on because one, I've seen some of your forecasts. I don't know what the fuck any of that means, Chaz.
Personally, I think Mike used his connection to Bad Bunny to integrate himself into Hassan's orbit, which failed at first. Hassan initially saw Mike as a very cringeworthy individual, a take many could get behind.
I think I'm getting your attention. I feel like I touched like a vampire touching holy water.
Can I help you?
Well, I think they want to go in.
Okay. Should I close it?
Every time I say Bad Bunny, I think about the singer, and that's like, it's throwing me off so much. And then it's like, I think for a second, I go, it's not Bad Bunny, it's Bad. And then I want to say Bad Baby, but I'm like, she is not Bad Baby, so it is Bad Bunny.
That's fine.
Did Bad Bunny steal his name from her?
Stop! Don't send that to me. This is like the girl and her moderator in the car levels of cringe. How did this not make it the NIMS how did this not make it the NIMS cringe of the year compilation?
And this isn't the only time Hassan has mocked Mike from PA, as there's also the Project Veritas incident. Project Veritas is a far-right activist group, known for filming deceptive videos to make their targets look as bad as possible. At some political convention, Mike was hovering around AOC, working up the courage to talk to her. He was met by a Project Veritas worker in a BLM shirt, who asked Mike to introduce him to AOC, which he obliged. Actually, I don't need to explain the rest of the story because Mike told it himself.
Mike didn't know this guy was with Project Veritas and introduced him to AOC? Wait, really?
All right, it's fair to say that I gave the guy the opportunity to get in there because I was talking to AOC, and then I had told him in the elevator, after I'm done, you can try.
The singer was first, then he should sue.
Try to swoop in for the
Stealing
photo.
his IP.
So I gave him advice on how to get this selfie because he lied to me.
My favorite part is that during the Project Veritas clip, you can see Mike in the background absolutely seething, though Mike soon claimed they cut out part where he called the guy a scumbag. Hassan was not happy about the situation and made fun of Mike numerous times.
Can we shift to a reality where chatters don't blame me for Project Veritas? It was a funny story and they botched it. I didn't introduce them to AOC fucking chat. Nope, don't believe it. We shifted into that reality already. Mike from PA, I can't believe you fucking introduced AOC to a Project Veritas guy. I love that video, dude. Mike from PA in the background going. Oh, it's so funny. It's such a beautiful video.
I have to say, that was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen Hassan say.
Video.
Nowadays, Hassan has no ill will towards Mike, viewing him as one of his many loyal orbiters who will adamantly defend him no matter what. These people dick suck Hassan. They view him as the de facto leader of their political faction. They treat going after Hassan as a direct attack on their political beliefs, no matter what the criticisms of him are. But while researching for this video, I have to ask, how genuine is this? Does Mike actually hold these political beliefs, or is he a grifter? Now, I don't use the term grifter loosely. There's loads of people I've covered that I don't think are grifters, even Denims or Noah Samson, but I theorize that Mike is, and I present my case now. First of all, you already know that Mike started off as a Republican, and only switched parties to run for an election on his mother's behalf. He then slowly assimilated himself into leftist spaces, and began interacting with anyone who can get him clout. Becoming a Hassan waiting room streamer was the final outcome. Being in a comfy position with an echo chamber audience don't question him at all. If that's not convincing enough for you, let me present you with more evidence. In a December 2019 episode of the Raj Royale podcast, Mike gets called out as a commie grifter.
Wait, Mike, if you're not a tanky, then why do you have the tanky emote? Or is that just grifting?
Making fun of you dumb fuck centrists who can't tell the difference between
pivoting.
Wait, isn't that what PewDiePie does? Why do we hold PewDiePie accountable for what he does when he uses like the literal Soviet fucking font and everything and all the Soviet fucking colors?
Soviet font?
Yeah,
they spoke Russian.
You have the Soviet font. You use red and yellow as the coloration on your Twitch channel.
Red is literally the color of mainstream labor movement.
Red and yellow, I use it because I love McDonald's. It's not a fucking communist thing, bro. You don't get it.
You're dumb. You're too fucking stupid.
Wait, so red combined with the Soviet Union font has nothing to do with each other?
It's very clear he wants to use similar imagery used by communists, without having to present himself as such, since he doesn't actually share the same beliefs.
Well, I mean, like, if I were to Google, so let's Google Soviet font, do you think that the stuff that I would find would look pretty similar to what's on your site?
I have...
You don't know? You just randomly... Wait, I'm curious.
What does that mean? Soviet font! Listen,
well, you can Google it if you need to, Mike. I know that you want to just ask questions because you can't... So, how did you choose the font and everything for your Twitch page?
It's a socialist font, because I...
Oh, it's just a social... So what other socialist movements today around the world use this font that people would associate it with?
It's called Future Socialism. It's a fucking font that was made very recently. Like, what? So what's the tanky font? Democratic Socialists, Social Democrats are not tankies, you stupid fucks.
I never said Social Democrats.
Creek, let him swear. Let him swear.
The conversations derailed from there, with Mike struggling to give a definition for a Marxist-Leninist.
Yeah.
Let me make an accusation that's relevant to the
question. Oh, he's not going to answer the question.
Which is the grifter thing.
Oh, no.
There it is.
Pivoting Mike. Here's the difference between me and Mindwaves. Mindwaves comes on, he cries about...
Mike from PA stands for Mike pivoting, actually. Go.
His brand. And he's never done a fucking thing to organize for the left.
You even agree that everybody on Twitch cares about their brand. It's not, you can't use caring about your brand as like try to accuse me of like grifting, Mike, okay?
Would be Mindwaves, which is why when he's talking to me one-on-one, he's practically on his knees. But now that he has Destiny and a whole bunch of other people to try to back him up, cowardly Mindwaves.
Look at him pivot. Look at Mike pivot away.
Jump behind. That's why you're fucking grifter. Now me,
let the record show. Mike didn't answer any questions.
I have done the things, and then not only that,
Mike still didn't answer what Marxist-Leninism is. By the way, just reminding you that. Go ahead.
In September 2021,
he was like, "1 sec, I'm trying to read this Wikipedia search that I just did and talk at the same time. I'll give you an answer in a second." A Day Off Twitch gave the platform its lowest viewer hours in 2021.
There was a campaign called A Day Off Twitch, in which various streamers boycotted Twitch in order to protest an influx of bots on the platform. These bots were spamming racist, sexist, homophobic, and overall just general toxic messages. Mostly everyone obliged, well except for Mike, who decided to not only stream, but stream for much longer than usual. He very clearly did this to capitalize off the fact that Hassan wasn't streaming that day, taking in all those viewers. He'd get called out for scabbing, which is when a person works while their fellow employees are striking. What's incredibly ironic about this is that Mike himself has called out scabbers.
From every union pilot, if they find out you're on this list, they will do everything they can to hurt you and your career, to exclude you from every social function, to prevent sharing a cockpit with you, to prevent working with you.
When confronted over this, Mike says that the Twitch strike was not actually economic action, even though it stopped Twitch from making money. After the backlash, Mike did show regret to not joining the strike, doing an interview several days later.
It's because he wasn't a part of it again, he got left out. See, Mike doesn't realize all he wants is approval. All he cares about is getting other people's approval. And until he realizes that, he's going to keep getting shot down time and time again. You got to be like iDubbbz. Roll over, Mike. Roll over and show your belly and say, "I'm sorry." You'll be much happier.
But I also know that the cause is incredibly important.
No, I've been noticing that too. Mike's slow, degradation. He's turning into his true self.
which is why I brought you on, because I streamed on Wednesday. And I thought about it as I thought about it, I realized that even though I wasn't part of the decision to like tell me when not to work, it's still more important to do stuff collectively and support moves like this in the future. And I know that there's a lot of people that have contractual obligations who couldn't stream, or people that, you know, like me, that rely on this to live. But that's not a good enough reason to me. Honestly, we need to be working more collectively.
This situation in particular is why I think Mike from PA is a grifter. He pretends to have certain beliefs, but doesn't abide by them when it affects him financially. But hey, it must work for him. Otherwise, he wouldn't be slurping on Hassan's Turkish chode so much. I've seen so many tweets of this guy simping after him. He's not a debate bro, he's a persuader, a leader and a mentor. Great representative of the left. That's why so many
Rogan too, it's just so funny. Hassan was the reason I got into politics in 2016. He broke down everything in a way that helped me finally understand things, and it genuinely changed my life. Do you actually understand things now, or do you still just go to Hassan for all your political takes?
many people are loyal to him, because he is loyal to us and what is right. He is by far and away the nicest larger creator. He also has an incredibly thick skin, so if you disagree with him in a constructive way, he doesn't have a meltdown, unlike the Young Turks.
That is far, far from the truth. Hassan blows up all the time at the littlest stuff, and then bans his own chat. And it's like, everybody just acts like that's normal.
I'm one of the...
I get mad and ban chat, but that's because they're wrong. There's a difference.
Top streamers in the world, and make hundreds of thousands of dollars in a year from streaming. I'm sorry my successful small business is triggering you. I collaborate with Hassan because it's good for my career, and I'm an ideological ally. Hope this helps. In May 2024,
his final Pokemon evolution.
While reacting to a Destiny clip, Mike made the following statement.
I dealt with kids like this all the time in high school, and as an adult, you have to at some point respond, but keeping it to say
incredibly thick skin
shit about character, not physically, is great. I mean, listen, all I'm saying is on site, you know, we all have different ways that we react, you know, so I would like him to come to TwitchCon and we'll see what happens. I have enough, I could afford all the lawyers.
Now, obviously, Mike is implying that he'd beat up Destiny if he showed up to TwitchCon. As established before, Mike likes to soft-handedly threaten violence. He won't ever follow through with these statements because
he's also like a little guy, because Destiny isn't tall from what I've heard. Vosh just said he's either 5'2" or 5'7", so Mike said he's an inch taller than Destiny, so he is not the person that should be making threats, but I guess that inch made him feel like a big man.
He's a fake tough guy. He's probably the most non-threatening guy I've ever seen. I bet bro's like 5'5" and weighs 200 pounds. It looks really easy to steal the guy's lunch money, that's all I'm saying. Destiny would tweet in response, "Ditch the lawyer and get a personal trainer, you grotesque
See, the different mics are like different forms of Majin Buu.
gremlin." God, that poor couch. Mike's gonna need a lawyer just for all these couches he's abusing. A week later, Mike will get additional backlash for making some questionable statements regarding Estonians.
Christianity united all those who were at the bottom. And it was so insidious, it spread so widely, spreading the idea of the equality of men and being judged by your actions and your beliefs. It was radically egalitarian. It didn't conquer. Ghost of Toller, thank you for the tier 1. Unless you're like, you know, unless you're, you know, one of the fucking horse meat eating slop fuckers of, you know, Estonia or something. But other than Estonia, Christianity for the most part did not conquer. Hassan Orbiter's loving...
What is he talking about? I just don't even want to get into like religious history just because it's just so... Like, what? Why even make these? Like, sometimes I'm like, Why do these people even make these claims? Because they end up just like saying the same thing over and over again without actually making any substantive point. Like it's just so, it's word vomit.
Stalin,
like he was saying something that's just stupid, but what was even the point of him saying that?
being anti-Estonian and anti-bait racist, thinking that Stalin is the opposite of Hitler, who civilized the Baltic savages, that they keep your low your 50%. I mean, it is just objectively true that the Soviet Union raised you guys to sentience.
So basically, he's justifying Soviet imperialism, but he won't outright say it because it'll make him look like a hypocrite.
It's like, I just don't even want to get into it because literally Christianity was started through like that's how it started. Like it's not even like about how it spread, it's how it started.
He's dehumanizing an entire group of people to signal to others how much of a tanky he is. Now, Mike's biggest controversy to date comes from his November 8th stream, where he places a $100,000 bounty on Destiny.
They're not even running. They're not even like cowering and running away and screaming in fear. There's like, okay, well, they did it. We got our shots. Okay, is this guy done? Oh, shit. Well, okay. Well, we brought the white.
It's called shock, you fucking idiot. It's called shock. Anything that happens, I mean, like, holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
This is a death threat. He is offering money to anyone willing to kill Destiny.
I didn't know you could float around the... Mike just taught me something. I didn't know you could float around the closed caption.
This happened around the time Hassan and many of the other streamers in his circle were getting called out on their radical rhetoric, questioning Twitch's inconsistency when it comes to bans. One streamer being Denims, who made a similar comment about Grums in May.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear and make Eve's breasts bigger. Okay, you have to do both. All right? Because then it's a win-win for me. I get more breast, and I don't have to see that moron on my timeline anymore.
A common misconception was that the statement is directed towards Asmongold, and according to him, the FBI contacted him regarding it.
I saw a clip of a streamer doing a 30K bounty on you, didn't get banned. Yeah, but she did that. She was joking around, and also, I'll say it. The FBI actually contacted me about that, and I talked to the FBI, and I chose not to pursue any charges or any problems with it. But yeah, I chose not to do it. The reason why I chose not...
That's fucking insane. Maybe you should have, Asmon. You could have stopped everything. This was all your fault. Inaction, you see what happens? Through inaction, you end up causing more damage.
Not to do it is because I rewatched the clip and she clearly was not talking about me.
Grums claimed that he won't be so sparing, but he's not a very trustworthy individual. Asmongold would end up talking about Mike's threat on stream, clearly flabbergasted that he hasn't gotten banned yet.
I don't even... what's this? Asmongold worth 30K, Destiny worth 100K, Asmon fans in shambles. Roach, what the fuck? Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, now they definitely need to ban this guy.
He would end up threatening to interview Dan Saltzman on stream if Twitch didn't do something about it. Dan Saltzman, for those who don't know, tried leading a mass email campaign targeting Twitch's sponsors to get them to leave the platform.
If Twitch doesn't ban this for this happening, I will bring on Dan from like Destiny's show, and we will go through all of the things together on stream and all of the different things that have happened. Yep. Not Dan from Twitch, Dan from Destiny. If they do not ban for this.
Not Dan from Twitch, Dan from Destiny. And not Destiny like the game, Destiny like the streamer. And not streamers like the things you hang up, streamers like the content creators.
Mike would respond by soft-handedly threatening to DMCA Asmon.
And I just want to say this. I straight up don't consent to any insults, any watching of my content. If you watch any of my content, you don't have a license, I will DMCA you.
That's not how that works.
That is what I'm going to say. Any kind of bad faith interpretations of what I'm saying, any attempt to make me seem to be saying something I don't believe or don't.
Okay, okay.
He's absolutely
okay. At first, it sounded like he was really just saying, just if you say something bad about me, I'm going to take your video down. But then he tries to clarify and be like, if you're saying that I'm saying something that I didn't say, it's like, no, it's pointing the flaws in your logic. People think that a lot of the time they go, oh, they're trying to make me out as this villain. They're trying to, you know, they're misquoting me or they're mischaracterizing what I'm saying. They're showing you flaws in logic. And if you can't logically then contend with the arguments made, you've lost the plot.
Not allowed.
But come on, man. Don't you want to be famous? Don't you want to be a big old famous guy? You need the reactions. Don't start suing.
I don't give you any consent to review my content. I don't give you any consent to defame me.
So if this video goes...
I was going to say this a second ago. The guy from the beginning of the video looks more like Jared from Subway, but modern day Mike looks more like Danny DeVito's Penguin.
down for any particular reason, just blame this greaseball. Mike would end up getting banned, though it was only for a few days. He then jokes, "I deserve the ban to be honest, the joke wasn't funny." His fans are justifying it in the comments, though he had to hide a reply that linked to the infamous Bad Bunny clip. As discussed in other videos of mine, Hassan and his orbiters have a history of making death threats.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
Elon Musk, I will kill you to death with a knife and a gun and a bomb and a nuke. Parody, 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 parody.
30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
Can somebody just like, it would just be so easy to just, it will solve all of our problems. Like, we would have socialism now at this point. We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and
I just love that because it's just such a funny, like, this is the problem with this side. This side, this like little corner of the internet, their problem isn't that they want change, isn't like the change that they want. It's that they think that change comes from these like super radical, super extreme, like individual instances rather than gradual growth and progressive, like, you know, change. It's insane. This one always makes me laugh, though, just because he says, we could have had socialism by now if this one person died. If that was the case, then I guess socialism is impossible after you know, after Marx and Lenin died. It's just all should have gone down the drain.
it would be so easy.
Guys, if you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
We have direct geographical, physical access to the politicians,
Tell me if I'm wrong in this. I thought this recently. Lonerbox looks like a cross between Destiny and Hassan. It's what he looks like to me.
propagandists, the weapons companies, and the supply chains. If we want this genocide to stop, it's time to escalate. That's all I'm saying.
One faced a backlash for these remarks. These creators have a few defenses lined up. Mainly, they'll use plausible deniability, trying to either downplay what they said or straight up refer to it as a joke. Even if these are jokes, they're super unfunny, and are being directed towards people that they absolutely despise. Oh, and in that last clip I showed from Noah, he straight out took it out of the video, which is why I had to show it from Lonerbox's reaction. I'd honestly have more respect for these people if they were just honest about their intent.
No, yeah, literally. Radical violence usually does the opposite of what you're going for. Yeah, it's like radical violence is only ever met with more radical violence. And just thinking like, well, we just need to just keep upping the ante until we win.
Tensions, but they never are. They clearly use death threats as a crutch when they struggle.
Yeah. Lonerbox is just hungry, Hassan. It's Hassan if he didn't eat as much.
To make legitimate criticism of people, and these people they're going after tend to be downright despicable. But what does threatening them accomplish? It makes Hassan's orbit look like insane freaks, which I mean they are. It's the worst thing you can do optically. Mike, you're giving Destiny an easy out when you place a bounty on his head. Another problem I have with this is how safe edgy these guys are. They make these violent threats and constantly say horrible shit online, and then cry when they get a slight bit of hate back. I've seen these people take Sam Hyde's call out of Hassan seriously, as if they don't state things far worse in a more serious context. You are not tough guys, you are snivelly cowards who hide behind empty threats, in order to intimidate those who are able to look past your manipulation tactics. Mike, you should be using that 100k to go on Ozempic.
Crazy.
On January 31st, 2025, Ethan Klein would release his long-awaited content nuke on Hassan Piker. The video quickly garnered attention, with Hassan soon responding to it on stream.
I'm telling you, today is going to be a heavy H3 podcast episode. We still don't have a title or a thumbnail. I was pulling this up, but we have so many angles that we could go from. Like, talk about the Noah Samson. We need an update. Was this going to trial? What's happening? The Frogan video. If Jeff is coming, or if he's ever coming, just an update, please. But then also the debate with Sam Cedar, conversation, but then the debate with Hassan. It's probably just going to be a conversation with Sam. But I just wanted to say that it is going to be, whatever happens today, it's definitely going to be jam-packed.
Though we never actually watched the full thing live, which many took as cowardly, though we attempted to shift the narrative and make Ethan seem like a coward, as the latter didn't want to debate Hassan unless the full video was watched. Some of Hassan's orbiters would take this opportunity to watch the content nuke instead, drawing in way more viewers than usual.
He said that he wanted to talk to Sam Cedar first. He said he wanted to talk to Sam first before debating Hassan, because he said that he basically wants to Hassan doesn't want to concede any points. He doesn't want to watch Ethan's video. He doesn't want to watch Ethan's response. He doesn't want to watch anything from Ethan. So Ethan is basically doing anything that Ethan has asked him. Talk to Sam Cedar. Watch this video. You should do this. Ethan's going, okay, I'll do it. I'll react to it. And Hassan just keeps complaining and keeps complaining. And yes, Hassan did say in the beginning that he wanted to debate Ethan, but Ethan made it clear that the only reason he's willing to now, or not the only reason he's willing to, but he's willing to now beyond the condition that Hassan watches the video. He said, I'll just talk to you about it. I'll just bring it all the clips and show them to you and say, what about this? Yeah, what about this one?
Denims herself bragged about 45,000 people watching her reaction live. And you know what? Good for her. Make that bag, queen.
I'll get the poll up in about 10-15 minutes. We'll do it a little early.
Despite Mike's history of clout reaching, he did not watch the video live, which I'm surprised by. He instead fired off various tweets where he attempted to paint Ethan Klein as a Destiny fan. I can't believe that Ethan waited until there was a major video covering the accusations against Destiny to drop his Hassan nuke, with old out-of-context clips directly sourced from DGG. It's actually incredible that he's trying to cover up Destiny's sex crimes with this bullshit. What Mike is referring to here is Ryan Beard's video on Destiny, which came out the same week. Mike is trying to claim that Ethan maliciously released his video that week to cover up for Destiny. This is absolutely not true at all, as Ryan later stated. Just wanted to clarify, my video is not an attempt to take attention away from H3's content nuke or anything dumb like that. I think both Destiny and Hassan deserve criticism, although I do think Destiny is a much worse person. I just thought it would—
That's quite possible. Do they have insane political takes? Yes. But as a worse person, like interpersonally, like Destiny probably recording sexual interaction between you and anybody that you're having sexual interaction with is a crime. not just wrong.
It would be interesting to have two content nukes about the two biggest political streamers released at the same time, which is why I use that title. So no hate to H3 whatsoever. I recommend you go watch both content nukes, then come to your own conclusions about both Destiny and Hassan. Ryan himself said he purposely released this video around the same time just for fun. Mike knows this, as he actually hid replies mentioning this fact. Another lie Mike spread is that this now infamous couch photo was photoshopped by GGG.
Actually, Mike from PA, the dude that's stuck in the before image of a transformation story, did receive a 3-day ban.
This man put a bounty on a fellow streamer's head. This man should not be getting a 3-day suspension. He should be getting a knock on his door from the FBI.
It's incredible to see a multi-millionaire
Hassan's just mad he lost his favorite bottom. Him and Destiny used to get it on for sure. He said, no! Please! Come back. Baby, come back. I was about to change the lyrics into an anti-Semitic parody, but I don't think that would go over well.
On Ozempic, like Ethan Klein, use photoshopped pictures to make sex criminals fan base, Destiny, to call someone else fat. Dude, you were a chunky boy yourself, before you bought yourself some
Oh yeah, I do think Hassan did that. I do think I don't know for sure, but I do remember something about him showing nudes to people. So yeah, you're right. Maybe they are kind of the same. Hey, birds of a feather flock together. They used to be friends.
Temporary weight loss. Holy shit, this is funny. But as it turns out, this image is not photoshopped. It's from a December 2023 Caseytron livestream.
Wait, what are you guys saying to me? Wait, it's actually live now. We're actually live now. It's not commercials now. But my camera is like pulsating.
Oh,
Will you turn off that autofocus?
God, these two are a match made in heaven.
They really incorporated live CGI, just fucking digging in his ear. Looks like he's about to get a piece of brain on there. Why is he making that face?
Joke about a possible marriage, but just the thought of them having offspring makes me wish I was that couch. This tweet is what made me want to make this video. The sheer fact I hate to lie about something this blatant is so malicious. Mike is flat out lying, not only to discredit Ethan, but to protect his fragile ego of being seen as a 40-year-old schlubby, greasy stoner who relies on Hassan to make money. Mike just owned being fat. Look at Papa Gut. He is fat, but he is proud of his girth, which is why he's the king of the fat people. Sorry, Nicholas Diorio.
Sorry, Nicky boy.
You know, I know him as a pretty decent looking dude. Like back in the days, he looked normal. I don't know what happened the past like 5 years.
This is your brain on fucking communism, bro.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
This is your face on performative communism. I know he said brain, but the brain stayed the same. He changed forms. He changed phenotypes.
Did receive a 3D. The funniest part about this is they go, this is Photoshop. This is what I look like. And then there's video. You can look at the video. It's literally. Wait,
he protested that?
He says it's fake. It's Photoshopped. And then you pull up the video, and it is literally a screenshot.
Oh, boy.
Mike would soon make more tweets trying to directly link Ethan to Destiny, which bleed into conspiracy theory territory. Here is irrefutable proof that Ethan Klein is directly coordinating his messages against Hassan with Destiny, accused sex criminal, and his community. Ethan pulls directly a top post from Destiny's subreddit and posted on his Instagram raw. Look at the timestamps. His proof is that Ethan probably took this image off his subreddit, which really isn't a big deal at all. He stole nearly everything in the video from DJG. In fact, the screen grab he used to call me fat was pulled from a livestream I did with my friend Caseytron, and photoshopped by that community. It's the original source for almost every debunked claim. This is just reality. There is literally no concrete proof that Ethan and Destiny are collaborating, with the only other piece of supposed evidence being this clip Denim showed.
There also hasn't been any, clarification on any of the points made other than just, well, you got those from Destiny, so that makes you a bad person and wrong. Don't know what we're arguing about here. It's just the truth. I literally haven't seen anybody actually contend with any of the points.
Showed in one of our videos.
I know it wouldn't look good for Ethan to publicly do anything with you, but if you reach
I'm sorry. They also say, these are old. Hassan's already talked about all of these. This isn't even a big deal.
Private at all. Well, privately we chat a ton, of course. Why do you think I've been off stream so much the past week? I'm scripting these fucking videos. But publicly, it's difficult to associate with him because Hassan is just going to accuse me of mind fucking him, basically, right?
If Ethan Klein is willing to lie about all this other stuff, what else is he willing to lie about?
I never fucked Destiny.
Wasn't Denim's trying to fuck Destiny? A little bit jealous, maybe?
Denims and our retarded friends either don't know what sarcasm is, or are being willfully ignorant to get an own on Ethan. I'm leading towards the latter. Ethan is in no way trying to cover up the fact that Destiny is a degenerate freak who violates women's consent. In fact, he already condemned him as soon as it was appropriate to do so.
It was only yesterday I became aware that Destiny had recorded me while we had sex without my consent.
That is so.
That to me is like the worst. That's like a go to jail type of.
And then sharing it on top of that, it's
distribution.
Filming without consent is like. It's a terrible crime. It's just a terrible crime.
I just saw this sideways evolution comment. That's hilarious. Mike did just evolve sideways.
Yeah.
Mike has still not watched the content nuke in full, instead watching Bad Empanada videos. The same guy who helped spread the lie of Ethan's kids eating shit off the floor, which led to someone calling CPS to his house. In response to that, Mike would obfuscate the potential culprit to make Ethan's detractors seem less unhinged. Recently, Mike went after AB, aka Arkilla, one of Ethan's employees. He claims that AB was only hired to make Ethan feel good about himself, and is in turn selling out his own people.
I don't care what your personal opinions are. I'm talking about the work you do day in, day out for a living. You are, and this is no exaggeration, literally selling out your own people. That's sad. Me personally, I couldn't do it. I would rather move in with a family member and get a minimum wage job than a Rolex to fight for Mossad.
AB.
Can I just say this? Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe I'm just too woke. I need to become more based and red-pilled. But whenever somebody says your people, like I understand somebody saying, like claiming my people, going, these are my people, I'm doing something for my people, yada, yada, yada. Feeling that association with a certain group. But for somebody else to then like to take somebody and basically make them like part of a group and say that they are like this group and this group, you know what I mean? Like it's just so weird to me. I find that so odd. Like when you see somebody like look at it like I don't know, you see like comments on Instagram and stuff of people being like, "Oh, you're like a disgrace to the black community" and stuff, and it's just like, why are you like one, why are you like making them part of like a thing that maybe they aren't like necessarily trying to associate? Why are you making it like this broader claim to something that might not like not everything is so broad. Not every Jew is the same, not every Israeli is the same, not every black person is the same, not every white person is the same. We are not monolithic. And we must unite on our based on our differences.
He would respond to this on the H3 podcast, clearly pissed at how Mike is implying he should quit his job for political brownie points.
I'm not gonna fucking get fired. I'm not gonna be sent back to Michigan. I'm not gonna make my wife starve for fucking idiots like you. Assuming your framework that Ethan is this evil boss and everything that you're saying. It's I don't know why this coming like I'm getting it every day, but for whatever reason, this goofy ass
he's
fucking
some
white
dumb
dude
fucking
put me
white
over the
bitch
fucking
who's
edge.
Yeah, he's telling you that
it's an easy slam dunk. It's an easy slam dunk. Any of us, like right now on Twitter, they want to use us to fucking comment on any of our shit because they know we're gonna get ratioed, and they're just milking it because you're not on Twitter. I do not give a fuck. Like, enjoy, but please do not act like you give a fuck about Palestine. Like I said, criticize me, but coming from a fucking white dude saying I'm fucking betraying my people.
Yeah.
It's rich. I'm jumping the gun a little bit. Spoiler. Sorry, Chad.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Ethan and AB would then shit on Mike for using serious political topics as an excuse to dunk on people he has personal disagreements with.
Right.
I have never heard of this before. This reminds you of Mike? This is what Mike makes you think of? The cornflake homunculus. Amazing. It is kind of Mike coded. I think you're right.
Right now, there's a war raging that's like worse than it's ever been in Gaza, with Israel going in there militarily.
We're all just little gay ants running around the earth. So right.
Doing their bombing campaign with like protests happening in Gaza, and they're taking time to talk about AB. Like, how fucking insignificant is that to actually what's happening?
Hey, AB isn't insignificant at all. He is very important. Just not in terms of the conflict in Israel and Palestine. Yeah, he's probably very secondary and not an important part. Not something that needs critiquing. Again, if you want to critique the Israeli military, the Israeli government, if you want to critique the American government, if you want to critique Hamas, all of those things are valid critiques. But to say that one group should be wholly dissolved and dispersed amongst different nations is probably not very progressive.
This is their activism. It's crazy.
A white man going
That's
after a
capitalism.
struggling Muslim man is really, it boggles. It's rich. Like what the fuck do you stand for? I'm very confused.
Nothing. He just wants attention and clout and money, and this is how he does it.
And wants to get a one-up on his boss. Like what? I really,
Yeah,
it truly doesn't.
It just fucking, it makes me want to just.
Uh-oh.
No, it's
Did you just? What did you just do?
Did that chair just
Did that
move?
chair just move?
Did you just punch a chair, AB?
It moved a little bit.
Dude, AB doing
he's
that
pissed.
pisses me off so much.
I mean, like I said in the beginning, it does seem like Hassan, based on that clip we watched at the beginning of the stream, Hassan really does think that Israel has like control, not just over its like own country and over Gaza, but these people really do think that Israel is like got its hands in all the pockets of the different countries and are controlling things behind the scenes, and anybody that supports it are just going to be using their power for the aims of the cause of Israel. It's so weird. These people are honestly freaks. Freaks.
He's pissed. Oh no, no. It's an epidemic. Fuck it.
Okay, I got it.
Everybody punch your chair at home, everybody. Stand up, everybody.
Stand up.
Beat the shit out of your chair.
Mike's main response to the stream was to once again try to connect Ethan to Destiny.
The evidence that I'm unfuckable is clips that Destiny's fans obsessively watched of every stream I was doing with a person I was dating at the time, and created clips to claim that I was like approaching her or something.
Mike, I don't believe you were dating Bad Bunny. Based on the amount of content I've watched with you two, she seems absolutely repulsed by you. This response is just cope, or he's so delusional that he actually believes they had a relationship. Mike from PA is a genuinely pathetic person. In my opinion, he's an opportunistic grifter who relies on Hassan for clout. He's able to get away with lie after lie after lie because he's found a community immoral enough to believe them without question. He does not give a shit about being wrong, as he lacks integrity, and will flat out hide the truth when presented with it. And I already know what his responses to this video will be.
I was trying to understand what you were saying, Tiffany. I don't see the chats. They might not have gone through. It's weird. All I know is Mike is a degenerate.
1. He'll soft-handedly threaten to DMCA the video. 2. He won't watch the full video, and instead watch it through Bad Empanada or something, who will just cut certain parts out to make Mike look better. And 3. He'll say I'm a Destiny fan. My arguments are invalid because I got some of my information from him. Mike, just because something came from Destiny does not mean it's automatically wrong. Criticize the arguments themselves and not where they came from. And stop using him as a scapegoat. Stop blaming every instance of hate you get on Destiny. Either take responsibility for your shitty behavior or shut the fuck up. You are letting this man live rent-free in your head. I mean, Mike's guilt by association tactics are way worse than in Praise of Shadows. Mike just uses politics as justification to say fucked up things about people he has personal grudges with.
Oh, okay, I found your message. Mike from PA is a Republican who pretends to be a leftist in order to draw voters away from Democrats. He never has anything bad to say about Republicans and spends all his time shitting on Democrats. Basically. I mean, it's weird. A lot of people that are like, it's trying to play like almost like a centrist, like you're being like they play either Republican or Democratic viewer bases and act like a centrist to try and draw them over to the other side. But then they end up just looking really stupid because they're like, they have to like interact with a level of cognitive dissonance that is not normal. I'm gonna put up the thing.
Alright, it's time for everyone to block Ethan Klein. Mute his name and move forward. His haters are unfortunately his best publicists. He's absolutely having a breakdown. If we keep pushing, the problem will solve itself. This does not even deserve a live stream introduction, because this is dead serious. Those clips of me simming for Bad Bunny a few years ago, everyone on the internet, Hassan and his orbiters are angry at me. They're blaming me. It's my fault. I want everything about Bad Bunny off the internet. I'll send in my lawyers, I'll send in my fanboys, I'll send in everything in my power. Get it off the internet. Do you realize something? Let me tell you. If Ethan Klein of the H3 podcast sees those videos that you put on the damn internet, people can mock you for being an incel, and you'll have to leave in disgrace. You go get that goddamn stuff off of the—
God damn it, I was doing the poll. I didn't realize he was doing a Chris Chan bit. That's hilarious.
there and fast.
So that was that. I do have one more video to look at. This is a collection from a few different streams. They were this is old news because Wings has been gone for a while now. I do need to do a check-in on lolcow Live to see what they're up to, but it's been slowly falling apart. They were gonna have Tiger King on, and it did not go well. So I do want to see this, and we'll kind of just run this until the stream starts, probably. But here, I'm going to check out their channel.
I think now would be a good time to announce our, not our next interview, but an upcoming interview that I just landed right before we went on air today.
You going to announce that already?
Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, on March 9th, we have the Joe Exotic from Tiger King coming on lolcow Live. Before we do, I do have an announcement from Joe Exotic, Tiger King. All right.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the lolcow Live page to see what they've been doing, and yeah, they've just kind of been doing streams. But then this was funny. 12 hours of hell, no sleep for Boogie. Guys, you're supposed to be up for more than 12 hours a day. If you sleep 8 hours a day, that means you should be up for 16 hours.
Here's Lost in the Woods.
Alexa, stop!
This is what lolcow Live has turned into.
Here, and if Jordy doesn't want to be here, we don't want him to be here. And we've already started putting in the work to move on without him.
Oh, here, we're getting actually a little bit of some intel. I clicked to like a perfect spot. This is incredible.
So mutually, we've all agreed. Jordy doesn't want to be here, and if Jordy doesn't want to be here, we don't want him to be here. And we've already started putting in the work to move on without him. And that's how it is. If Jordy came back tomorrow, if Jordy called us tomorrow, and he said, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get back on the show, I'm going to do more in-person therapy, I'm going to become the best me that I can be, and I'm going to work hard to do it. I still don't know if we'd have him back.
Wings is not coming back. He beat his wife too bad. He beat her black and blue. But yeah, so back to this. Run it back just a little bit.
Before we do, I do have an announcement from Joe Exotic, Tiger King. All right. First of all, he wants to apologize to the entire lolcow Live universe because he will not be able to do the interview on March 9th.
Boogie's aura is immense.
9th, which would have been Sunday.
Why is there a child on top? You know, I wasn't going to point it out. I was going to let them live their life, but that was too good. Oh, God.
And the next time he can do the interview is on March 13th, but that is when we're driving. When we're starting to head down, so we can't do it then. But so here's what Joe Exotic said. He said, look, can't do it past the 13th. I told him that's not going to work.
We're going to have to push it till after Fat Camp. He goes, totally fine with that. And then I pitched him on something, and he goes, okay, announce it. Because he's 100% in. Joe Exotic is getting his own exclusive lolcow trading card, and it's It's coming out on sale in a couple days. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Are there other lolcow cards? Why is there just one Joe Exotic card, something that has absolutely nothing to do with lolcow live? Are there other cards?
Live on the show, we're going to have Joe Exotic calling from prison. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tiger King. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Absolute Worst Podcast.
Oh, they do. The fuck? Crispy Keem. Buy your trading cards now. I didn't even know they do not promote this enough. Volume 0. Boogs tamed Chungus. I was looking for a boogie one. Oh, there we go. There's Chris Chan. This is so weird. Why? Nikocado. And now, Tiger King. Amazing. I wonder if you could play. They need to create a game, like an open, a game that's basically like open source. So they could play it together. That you could play with any trading cards are able to be involved in the game. You want to play H3, you want to play lolcow, you want to play your Pokemon, get in there, start attacking.
On the planet Earth, you are watching.
There's a title now. Dear Frogan, with peace and love. Oh, dun dun dun. Still no thumbnail. 5 minutes. T-minus 5 minutes.
Lolcow Lord! Today may be the biggest interview that we have done on Lolcow Live. And that might seem a little crazy, like on the surface, like Joe Exotic, like Tiger King, like is it really that big, right? But we got to go through memory lane. Like during the pandemic, right? Everyone was home.
Lolcow Go. Trademark that. Copyright that. Trademark that right now. Patent pending. Lolcow Go.
And the number one docu-series on the planet was Tiger King.
I think there were a few stand corrections in chat. We might get a full Warzone stream. Like a full
I think there
Warzone
might
episode.
be literally like 200 million people on this planet that know of Joe Exotic. Like, we forget how big that was, right? So this is a pretty big interview that we're about to pull off right now. Big interview today. So last night I decided to drink a case of claws to my face. I can't remember the last time I drank a case of claws to my face. And I was up until 8 a.m.
I mean, look at him. He looks red. He looks both red and like pale. Like his blood has both rushed to his face while also drained from his face. It's kind of insane.
So fuck my life. I literally missed the drama alert today. I had to have Gino cover for me on drama alert because I woke up at 12:30, and I'm like, why did I do this? But the show must go on. The show must go on.
Well, the good news is I did my homework. I wrote a bunch of great interview questions. I got all caught up on the drama surrounding Joe.
2020 was decades ago at this point. I mean, that's funny. That's a funny joke to say, but it is half a decade ago. 2020 was half a decade ago.
I know about his current relationships. I know about his current legal situation. And I'm just here to tell you ahead of time, the man shouldn't be in jail.
I agree with you. Yeah, so Tiger King, for those of you who did not pay attention back in 2020 during...
What did he go to jail for? Wasn't it like meth and wasn't there like actual charges that were brought up against him
in the pandemic?
Because I remember there was the whole thing about like, oh, they got the tigers to eat the guy, and then he was actually in Mexico or whatever. That shit was all crazy. But what was the thing that he got in trouble for? All I remember is it was crimes. It was definitely some crimes he committed.
An entire docu-series came out on Netflix, and it is pretty sensationalized. I'm not going to lie. The series just basically follows him and his interaction with the animals, the cult-like
of course, thanks for stopping
following he had at the zoo, how he tried to take care of the animals. And then there's some crazy accusations that came out through the series. Animal abuse being one of them. Improper breeding and improper
well, I mean, it's animal abuse. Oh, yeah, that was it. You tried to kill someone. Because, yeah, the animal abuse, I mean, it's like a tiger enclosure. I mean, you think there's a good way to keep tigers in an enclosure? They don't want to be in there. But I do remember that, like, the people who are, like, that were working for him were also getting attacked and stuff, so that's crazy. Leave him in there. Leave him in jail.
Disposal of the animals, animal cruelty. Who's accused of all of these things. And I'll be honest with you, I've looked heavily into these types of zoos. I have donated to like Turpentine Creek up in Eureka Springs, Promised Land Zoo. I've gone to that a dozen times. These people get hit with those types of accusations all the time. So that stuff's fairly common. I don't know if Joe did things that were cruel to the animals or if he broke laws when it involved the animals.
The only time it's okay to have animals in these types of enclosures are when they're like sanctuaries for like disabled animals. Like I know a lot of zoos take in animals that have like they won't survive in the wild, and I don't have a problem with that. But just having some healthy tigers that you just got, like, I don't know.
But I do know I don't think he should be in jail for 21 years.
Oh my god. Okay. That's just crazy. They're already getting fucked. I mean, you're just going to piss off the tigers if you're feeding them rotten meat. Like, come on.
For it. The other reason he went to jail is because he had a long-standing feud with a woman out of Florida by the
In 2019, Exotic was convicted of and sentenced to 22 years in prison on 17 federal charges of animal abuse and 2 counts of attempted murder for hire for a plot to kill Baskin. That is incredible. I just 8 counts of violating the Lacey Act, 9 counts of violating the Endangered Species Act. Hey man, sucks to suck. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You can't be doing bad things. And like I've said, and I'll tell you guys all this. This is some words of wisdom for you. Here's a little phrase to remember. 1 crime at a time. If you're doing something illegal, if you got your animals illegal, if you're speeding on the road, don't all of a sudden start drinking a beer. Don't start texting on your phone. You know, don't beat the animals that you got illegally. Because what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for greater risk. What you want to do is commit 1 crime after another in succession until you're done. Come on. It's simple. Simple math.
The name of Carol Baskins. And they had little show, podcasts, YouTube videos where they would basically rag on each other, using each other to make money. Think classic internet rivalry, H3 versus the lolcow podcast, that type of thing. And it did get a little out of hand from time to time. Tiger King would make some pretty outlandish character assassination attempts and stuff like that. But at the same time, Carol was crazy and most likely killed her husband. In my opinion, she killed her husband. And there's plenty of evidence about that as well.
Crimes are the flavor of life.
Joe eventually went to prison, got arrested, I think, in 2018, was convicted in 2020 for supposedly hiring a hitman to kill Carol Baskins.
Zadley, you there?
There was some pretty damning evidence when it came to that court case. There were 3 different people that testified against him, at least. There was a recording of him saying, fairly sarcastically, in my opinion, well, just pull up to her in a parking lot and pop her in the head and drive away. Something like that. There's also money that was given to a supposed hitman who turned out to be FBI.
I don't think Carol did kill her husband. Wasn't it like found out that he was living in Mexico or something? I'm pretty sure it like came out that he was still alive.
Xylee, can you hear us?
Or maybe that was fake. Carol Baskin.
The biggest development that you guys may not be aware of is that
my Mandela effect.
The 3 people that have testified against him in court
for fuck's sake, I can't
have all admitted to perjury. This is available on joeexoticofficial.com. You can look at it right now. 3 of the people that testified against him said that they were manipulated by the U.S. government, and they admitted to perjury. You don't admit to perjury lightly. Perjury is not something you ever want to fucking do. And to come clean of perjury, especially when you're already in the clear, is wild behavior. He's actually engaged in prison to Jorge, I believe is how you pronounce the guy's name. He actually met the love of his life in prison. And there's a development there as well. They're thinking that Jorge will get deported to Mexico at some point. He wants to get deported with him and move to Mexico. Also,
okay. So maybe he isn't. So apparently it's just coming from a statement from her. She's saying that Homeland Security said that her husband's still alive and living in Costa Rica. And yet all this drama has been made up about me having something to do with his disappearance when Homeland Security has known where he is. Very interesting.
He's developed cancer, prostate cancer, pretty advanced prostate cancer.
I think he is innocent, and here's why I think Tiger King is innocent. Because he publicly on the internet was talking shit that he wanted to kill Carol Basket.
True.
And it was like, bro, you're not going to say it.
Carol Basket. What a guy.
You're not going to say it. You're not going to record yourself. You're not going to upload it. He's a shit talker, bro. All he was doing is talking shit, talking shit, talking shit, talking shit, talking shit. I don't think he did it. I don't think there was a plan. I think that's all bullshit.
Yeah, I agree entirely. And here's, I even have a hotter take than that. Let's imagine he did attempt to hire a hitman to kill Carol Baskins. He's dying of prostate.
Well, I mean, if he was found guilty, then he did, right?
Cancer in jail.
Who gives a shit?
Let the man out. Let him.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Let him out. He's dying of prostate cancer. Good. If he tried to get someone killed, good.
Him fucking die in reality. Like Trump should pardon this man. 100%.
Well, somebody said,
yeah, and even if he isn't guilty of those individual crimes, there's a lot of other stuff that he should be in prison for.
Like there's what the prosecutor did is they combined the animal abuse allegations and the murder for hire in the same case. Okay. Which is crazy, right? Because he put down tigers allegedly when they were healthy tigers to make room for other tigers. Okay.
Right.
And
what up, Break Boy?
That's horrible. That's a horrible thing. All right.
Yep.
But that is not the same thing as trying to murdering a human. You know what I mean? Those are two wildly different things. Okay. And so I think they were able to prove without a shadow of a doubt that he was guilty.
Trump would pardon the Tiger King though, wouldn't he? Trump would totally pardon can't even remember his name now because I don't care.
Of euthanizing some of these animals.
He's just such a waste of space. He just needs to be gone. Forgotten to history.
Okay. And then when you go to the murder of hire, it's the same jury, right? So you're like, oh, if he's capable of doing that, then he probably has no respect for life in general and probably did this. And that's how I think it was unfair to
have that trial together, have the same jury for those two separate charges. And then also, he got hit with 2 charges of murder for hire.
Nah, see, Trump. The only reason Trump wouldn't have let him out is because he probably watched the fucking documentary on Netflix. He was probably like, "Whoa." That's the only reason he let Andrew Tate out, but not the fucking Tiger King.
Hire with Carol, right?
Not Joe Exotic.
It should have been 1.
Yep.
It should have been 1.
See, it's just such a funny name, Joe Exotic. It's just like he's a character. He's not a real person.
Not 2 different fucking, charges on that. So
I think he's due either a mistrial or a retrial without a shadow of a doubt.
Like I can't say that he's innocent, but I also can't say that he deserves fucking, what do you get? Like 24 years or something like that?
21 years, yeah. 21
He doesn't
years.
deserve 21 years.
Yeah, they did make him a plea deal of 7 years, which he might have should have taken instead of going to court.
Yeah.
But he was pretty confident that he would beat it because he.
Well, then it sucks to suck. Don't fucking. Hey, bro, you should have taken the plea.
Knows that he's innocent.
He would, if he would have taken the plea, he'd be out in like next year or the year after. That'd be crazy.
So it's really frustrating.
Chad is saying like fuck animal abusers. 100%. I agree with that.
Of course.
I agree with that. Of course.
There is a harsh reality. I do know people who, I'm not going to point any fingers, but I do know people who take care of some exotic animals. Fuck it. Turpentine Creek is one of those places, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes hard
His last name is Maldonado. Amazing.
Choices have to be made when it comes to these animals, right? And I do not believe that the 5 animals that Joe put down absolutely needed to be put down. Yeah, a veterinarian should have been there. Absolutely. He should have done it the legal way. But if you do it the illegal way, you're supposed to be fined no more than $25,000 in a prison for 6 months or both.
The difference would be if they're exotic animals. Like, yeah, someone shooting their dog because they're like, he's going rabid. He's going rabid, so I shot him. It's like, yeah, maybe that guy doesn't need to go to jail for the rest of his life, but we should teach him that that's not how you handle the things nowadays.
Both. And I guess in some cases it could be up to a year and 50,000. 5 years is the maximum sentence is 1 year per animal, so 5 years would be enough.
Okay. He's been in prison for like.
Thought I was getting a call for a second.
Hello?
I think he'll be fine. He'll be okay in prison. Why does Boogie look in shock? What's happening?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Excellent. Yes, I guess Joe is on phone now, so he asked me to call in.
Okay.
So, sorry, I'm kind of new to doing this whole thing, so at least talking through this. So what do you need me to do?
Wait, so we're talking through you?
Right now, Joe is currently on lockdown, so hold on, let me pull up the information.
Oh, okay.
Joe sent me.
You broke up a little bit. He's currently on lockdown. So, yeah.
He says, he said, we're done here. He's in lockdown, and they shut off the prison phones, and they have 5,000 people looking for the phones. He's unable to make it right now, and we schedule this.
All right. When are we rescheduling it to?
I have to work that out with him. Obviously, it's kind of rough. Him being in prison, it's always a hectic schedule. I don't know if our first X speech that we had, but that was a fun
Alex
time.
needs to change his name to Alex the Disabled.
Time. So we can work out another time. Just can't give you that time right now.
Okay, and I assume you're the gentleman that's the middleman or whatever that I've been communicating with on X.
I'm one of them, yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if the prison if the prison's in lockdown, we're kind of, you know, what I don't know what else to do.
It has been. I'll tell you, it has been the most interesting experience of my life doing this with Joe.
Got hit by Joe hit him from the tablet. He hit him with a tablet message. He said, "I'm sorry, I can't call in. We're on lockdown." Sorry, buddy. He sent it on Snapchat.
And let alone doing it with Joe, doing it with somebody that's in prison, right? Like the unpredictability.
Wings would have brought a lot more flavor to this conversation. It's really dull, I have to say.
All over the place.
Right.
And it's been a fantastic time.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, we're going to have to reschedule. My chat is spamming that we have scammed them. So we, at some point.
No. I promise you. If you want, check out Joe has on his where he has some of the previous X spaces. You know, feel free to check that out. I'm more happy to talk through some of the tokenomics if you want to. Just kind of what we've done as a.
That Loki is a scam. I don't think that lolcow Live was trying to scam, but it sounds like Joe was. Joe's like, "Hey, help me, give me some money so I can get a second tablet. Put it on my commissary, please."
The team to make sure that this is a safe and secure. If you're interested,
yeah. All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Somebody in chat says, I look defeated. Yeah, dude. I've spent the last 24 hours fucking reading up.
I pulled a mic from PA. Crazy.
Rewatching Tiger King, showing it to Desi, watching YouTube videos, reading legal documents, reading affidavits, looking up his fucking life history. I've been working my fucking dick off to make sure that this is the best goddamn interview of this entire show's fucking life. And this is how we fucking motherfucking cocksucker. Not him. It's bullshit. Prison is locked.
There is lolcow Live meme coins or meme trading cards. I don't know how it works. I don't know if they're just like meme tokens or if they're actual trading cards. If they're not actual trading cards and they're online digital NFTs, that makes it like 10 times worse.
Locked down. The
a million
prison's
times
literally
worse, maybe.
locked down. Feel defeated. I'm sorry that I look defeated. I feel defeated.
Dude, I never want to plan another thing ever again in my life. I hate planning things. Every time I plan something, it doesn't work. If I show up with no plan, I will have the greatest show on the fucking planet. If I show up with a plan, it will be complete fucking garbage. I hate.
It's funny because he's not wrong. Everything that's gone right on the lolcow Live podcast, anything that's gone right has been completely by accident. Just complete happenstance that something comedic happened in a random moment. Anything they try and plan out fails. Look at Fat Camp. It's terrible.
Hate plans. I hate them.
Yeah.
Bro, dude, the first part of this show was
they said trading cards. They did say trading cards, but the fact that they said tokenomics does make me a little iffy on it.
Literally just me trying to get the fucking tech to work and all that. Like, dude, if I was a fan of this show, I'm unsubbing, bro. I'm unsubbing. What a fucking letdown.
We will never finish.
He's got a point. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all.
Actually recover from this.
And here's the other thing, right? If it was on the website that they were in lockdown, okay?
Oh, it's on the website.
Why the fuck weren't they telling me long before? Like, I should have known yesterday that he was in lockdown.
He said 6:40 is when it happened?
Let me read this DM again. He said someone tried to escape Thursday. So Thursday, It's Saturday. So the prison is on lockdown until next Thursday. Joe is very sorry and hopes to make this happen next week. Look at people are unsubbing. They're all unsubbing. They're unsubbing. We're never gonna see another fucking donation ever again. There's never gonna be.
This is why he hasn't gotten pardoned yet. Right here. This is it.
There's never gonna be another fucking member. We got 1,500 dislikes or likes right now.
Keem does make me laugh a lot. It is like he can be funny sometimes, but it's almost entirely like like he's saying though, it's unintentional. It's just he himself is funny. Like he's unintentionally funny. But anytime they try and make a bit, it just ends up falling through.
And it's gonna fall under. Because they're gonna switch those to dislikes.
Yes.
It's going down.
Fucked.
It's over.
We're fucked. We're fucked.
I should just quit.
Yeah.
Fucking look at them in the chat. Fucking Amber said, I'm out. She's out. She's
Amber's out.
Coming.
But Amber was so important.
We're getting tomatoes. They're
See, and then it was funny, but then they start overdoing it.
throwing tomatoes at us. Bro, it's so over.
I hate vegetables.
He's a funny guy.
We're never going to financially recover from this one, guys.
Bro, our own supporters.
You know what Keemstar is? Keemstar is like that one cousin where like he's so annoying, he pisses you off, he does all the shit wrong, fucks around in the family, starts shit. But he's family, you gotta love family. That's how I feel about Keemstar. It's like he is like the shit stirrer, but he's been around too long.
Literally a member said he hit the dislike.
What? A member? He's not a member anymore. He's not going to be a member.
We now have only 1,472 likes. It's over.
See?
We do have the Instagram post going live. That's what they said. Oh, we finally got the thumbnail. I do like that they keep the bit going, but if they really keep it going for another 3 minutes, that's kind of insane. They said they're going live though, so we're just waiting.
Why is this show cursed?
We're just waiting.
He put up a lovely post for us, guys. He said, apologies that I could not join Keemstar's scheduled interview today. Prison lockdown. We are actively... Oh, God. No. Give me... No. Fuck you, chat. Fuck you, chat. Oh,
why does cooking for one feel like half the meal?
And we're live. It's going.
All right, so listen up.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody that stopped in. I really do appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will be back again on Friday, or on Wednesday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday for H3 Waiting Room. We will have a lot more to talk about. I have some stuff prepared for this week. So, yes, go check out the stream. It's going. This is Captain Quasar signing off.